Okay, welcome to Mindful Connection Happy Hour number 11. Here we are. This is our 11th week, believe it or not, of resting in place or staying in place or however we want to call it. And boy, it's been a challenging week, and I'm grateful to have folks here with me and knowing also what's going on in the world right now. It's a challenging moment that we're in. I want to start by acknowledging the pain that is felt not only in Minnesota, but is shared all over the world, and especially in the United States. And it makes me wonder, how are we dealing with the anger and the hurt and the pain of all these killings repeatedly of people of color again and again and again and again and again. Question is, how do we reconcile what's happening in the United States with our own peace of mind? When I was thinking about, speaking today and sharing some thoughts with you all, I was thinking, what can we do? And that's sort of been a theme that's been running through the 11 weeks so far. And what can we do? What do we have control over? And how do we heal and empower ourselves really to be a voice for change in this country? And I think that that's what we need, as social justice activists and educators and, people who just are really upset about what's going on in the world. What do we do? So I want to focus on that in this meditation tonight. But before we do, I want to start as I always do, which is turning our focus towards the origins of mindfulness, mindful meditation practice, to honor where it came from, to make sure that we are doing what we can to honor and not to appropriate. So just acknowledging that it is an ancient religious, spiritual practice from Eastern and indigenous cultures, Hinduism, Buddhism, and many, many others. And as always, I like to begin by honoring the land we're on and all those who lived on the land before it was stolen. We honor all of the enslaved peoples who were transported against their will and whose blood, sweat, and tears birthed the nation in which we live. We honor all of those who have chosen to live, work, and sacrifice in service to provide a sense of freedom and welfare for all. And we want to honor the brave healthcare workers, grocery workers, delivery workers, and all other service workers who are on the front lines, putting the good and welfare of humanity above their own. So with that, please join me in a moment of gratitude for all of those I just mentioned and anyone else that's in your heart right now that you'd like to honor at this time. I invite you to take a deep breath in and exhale. And together we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, we'll do a guided meditation. I'll lead you in a guided meditation, and then I will we'll spend some time in silence for 5-7 minutes, something like that, for you to reflect on wherever your brain takes you, wherever your heart takes you, and then I'll come back with a closing at the end. So tonight we're really focusing on power and love. Those are my two leading forces right now. So I'm going to invite you, if you are in a seated position, to just notice your body. Maybe take a deep breath in And as you exhale, try to settle into the seat that you're on. If your feet are on the earth, just feel the connection. Taking another deep breath in, notice the connection between your head and your shoulders, releasing your shoulders down away from your ears. Paying attention to your state of mind in this moment. What's going through your mind? What emotions are coming up for you? And just keep in mind that we have a choice of where we want to put our energy. I invite you to take a deep breath in. And as you do so, just notice how your breath is feeling right now. And as I always say, we want to exhale longer than our inhale, calming our parasympathetic system. You could try, if you haven't done this before, a box, what's called a box breath, which is inhaling for a count of 4, holding your breath at the top for a count of 3, exhaling for 4, holding your breath again for 3. So inhaling for 4, holding for 3, and exhale for 4, and hold for 3. You can do that at your own pace a couple more times. When you're ready, I invite you to focus on your heart space. Focusing on your heart, that area, and the space around it. Does your heart right now feel open or closed? Does it feel expanded or contracted? Just notice. When you focus on the center of your heart, know that you can cultivate love from within. That you have the power in any moment to cultivate love from within, no matter what's going on around you. And I invite you to expand that love, that sense of love and peace, expanding it outward, growing it from your heart center to the space around your heart, to beyond your skin, and to the other people who are in this meditation. And know that there are people meditating right in this moment. No matter when you're listening to this, there are people meditating right now with you. We are all connected. Allowing, cultivating, encouraging that connection beyond your space, your heart space, to the room you're in, to the city that you're in, to the state that you're in, and across the nation. Offering that felt sense of love. Offering words of loving kindness. Sending out the words, perhaps, may you be held in loving kindness forevermore. Notice how it feels to do that. Notice how your heart feels as you connect in that way and offer that loving kindness. Taking a deep breath in and expanding that love and that light even further. And on your next exhale, I invite you to hold that light of love and bring it down your center towards your solar plexus, right under your rib cage. That is your power center. I invite you to breathe that love in right in that space at your own pace. If you like, you can put your hand on your belly, on your solar plexus, and as you inhale and expand your belly, focus on the love and the power that's there. And as you exhale, allow that power to grow and expand beyond your body once again. Growing your power. We have that power to do that, to expand our own power. I invite you to continue with this process of expanding your power for the next few minutes. Breathing, focusing on your solar plexus with all the love you can cultivate. Empowering yourself. I invite you to flutter your eyes open if they're closed. Maybe find some feeling, some movement in your fingers and your toes. Taking a deep breath to come back to this moment, in this space. And just know that the power and the strength that you create, that you nurture, that you cultivate, you can use to really make a difference in what's going on in the world. I invite you to consider who you might have a conversation with, where you might be able to shift the needle toward connection and understanding, coming from love and connection rather than fear and separation. What might that look like for you in your life? With a deep breath together and an exhale, I say namaste. Thank you so much. This is week 11. We've got one more week for me for this Mindful Connection happy hour. So I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible next week for our final run. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah.
Have a safe week.
Thank you.